Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I know this'll be the day. Oh, yeah. Everything will be okay. Yeah. I kiss my cares all away. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Good day. Gonna be a good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's a great day. It's a good day. Get up. Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you.
Good morning.
How was your morning so far?
Great.
Yeah?
I had yoga this morning.
Yoga?
Mm-hmm.
I know, you're crazy with how early
yoga.
you start. Tell me when you start.
5:30.
5:30. Like a.m. That's
Yes.
impressive. That's when the class starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. You're impressive.
I'm an early bird.
And for all the women that go with you as well, super impressive as well.
Pretty awesome people.
It really is. And you enjoy your coffee as soon as you get done, right? You have a morning routine?
I do. Yeah. Starbucks. I didn't go for a long time, so I accumulated had a lot of points that
Yeah, now
I
you're
needed to
utilizing them?
use. So now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And again, today, a beautiful day we're supposed to have.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
70s.
very excited about that. Yeah. That is amazingness. And I think we're almost ready to start. Would you say we should just move on to the first
Go.
topic?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and hit the bell. Darling Homes is now
Traditions. So I want to take some time today and talk about some new construction topics that I have heard of recently. Because I know you guys, we live in an area that we have a lot of new construction. So I think these things are pretty relevant. And whenever I hear about them, I want to pass them along. So today I've got several.
perfect.
So we want to, you who have been around for a while, and even if you haven't, I think people, a name that you would recognize as Darling Homes, they've always been a really high-end production builder, and they are now Traditions Homes. I will admit that I sometimes am a little skeptical of why people change their name when you have such a recognizable name out there as Darling Homes. Why would you change it? But I don't know the answer to that, but they have changed. So, if you guys have any experience with Traditions, let me know, because, I think it would be good to hear if they have the same quality, if they're still very high end, or kind of, why they changed their name and kind of who they are now. So if you have any information on that, I'd love to hear.
So I heard a couple of things. Now, I have no idea if this is actually true and correct. So, I don't know why I'm saying anything. This is totally not my game. But I heard that Darling Homes had sold a while ago to Traditions Homes. So there's probably a period of time where they kept the name the same. And the Darlings were no longer owners of the company, but they were using the name.
Yeah.
And then
And Traditions has been around for a while too. It just, I didn't know if anybody made that connection that they used to be Darling. Mm-hmm.
So anyways, it just took a period of time, I would say, for that transition, but I don't know. I have no firsthand knowledge of this.
We haven't been out shopping.
I have no idea why I'm saying all these things when I actually don't even know anything. So chat in now if you know anything more about Darling Homes.
So on that topic, I had talked before about Taylor Morrison. And I think it was when you were out of town that we had a situation. It wasn't anybody in our office, but another agent that I know well, or a broker I know well, had an issue with Taylor Morrison. And we've had them here on TNT, actually.
Yes,
so
we
I'd
have.
love to contact them and get more information, because I don't like this. But Taylor Morrison is also part of Darling. And they are the ones that... we had somebody this agent had gone in with a client who currently had a Taylor Morrison home.
Okay.
And she wanted another Taylor Morrison home.
Sure.
So this agent's going to sell her home, and she's going to build a new one. Well, when she went in, Taylor Morrison said, "Oh, you're already in the system, so there's no commission to the agent." And the agent said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah, because... sorry, but you're not the procuring cause." And it went all the way up to corporate, and they still denied it. So this is what I have heard from another broker, and, I don't like hearing that. That's very unfortunate, because if I were on the other side, I would never mess with the realtor community.
Probably not a wise
No.
idea for
Because
sure.
at some point, this market's going to shift, and it's not always going to be, like it is. So
Taylor Morrison believed that on the next contract, they were the procuring cause because they liked the product, and not because the realtor brought him back in
Yep.
saying, "I need another one." Now, was a realtor present and everything else?
yeah,
And the
Yes.
realtor still was on
in
the
front
contract.
of the client, told the realtor that they weren't going to be paid. And she was like, what do you want to do? That puts us in an awkward situation when you're there in front of your client. But,
Wow, that is definitely different. Not a
Yeah.
topic I was necessarily
No,
ready
and that
for right
we had
here.
talked about that when you were gone, and I just wanted to remind people that they're also part of Darling, so maybe they're changing how they do business. I don't know. So if you have any information, I'd love to hear about it.
Chat in now if you would still like to be paid as a realtor. Well, there's no typical commission.
If
And
you wanna
I
be
actually
paid for
can't
doing a
discuss
job.
commission. So like, yes, chat in if you'd like to be paid, right? Who
Yeah.
doesn't, right? Give us a thumbs up
Yeah.
if you think that realtors are awesome
Mm-hmm.
and definitely necessary.
Yep.
And with that, maybe we should go ahead and close
Let's
this
go to the
topic.
next. I feel like it's like
It's definitely like that. Be aware. Be aware.
yes, agent beware
Okay.
of we've sold several Meritage or Meritage. I don't really know how you say that correctly, but I hear a lot of more people say Meritage. I've always said Meritage, because that's just how I speak.
Maybe it's like
I suppose.
Target.
Yeah,
I think
Target.
people trying to like
Yeah.
upscale it.
Yeah. So I've also heard that Meritage is encouraging people to come in without the realtor. And, that goes into the same along the lines of, we heard previously of a builder not wanting to necessarily pay a commission. And now they're encouraging, hey, if you come in without your realtor, we get you a much better price. And that, I've never heard that with this builder, and I know Meritage, they're doing a lot of next-gen homes and, different multi-generational homes, which are desirable right now. So, just be careful of that. And I don't know where all this is stemming from. So want to do a little bit more research and, find out why these things are happening. And when I was in Idaho, my niece and my brother are realtors, but the builders there employ or, hire a actual realtor to sit in their communities and sell their homes. Licensed. And I don't understand how a builder who's selling multiple new construction homes or new homes can do that. Now, we all know that we can sell your own properties and do certain things yourself, but there should be some sort of guidelines. If they're doing one home, or, a few a year, that's one thing. But if they're production and, we're competing with the same buyers, I think that they should fall under the same guidelines. So I actually reached out to Adam Majori yesterday and talked to him for some time on that topic and with Mary Leidy and try to get a little bit of insight on what we should do to try to approach this with Trek. So licensing, I think, is necessary.
So Adam's put in a ton of effort this year and he's done a great job for us. I think you should give him the rest of the year off he's done a great job.
Yeah.
He did everything through COVID and he was really standing up for us and he was simply amazing. But you need to poke him, huh?
Yeah, I poked him a little bit and, just to keep in the back of his mind. So, bottom line is if you have a client, you might want to go visit some of these builders in advance if you have a buyer looking and get them registered or, we've talked about that previous years. You need to get them registered and you need to have that discussion with them so you're not surprised when you bring them in. And then that gets,
Yeah, go ahead and comment if you have any direct knowledge of this yourself, if you've had any experiences going out and talking with builders and have any commission issues with any of the builders, right? And if so, we'd like to know about it. We need to share this type of information.
Yeah, we need to know so we can come up with a strategy on how to
I don't want people to have that same experience where they sit there at the builder and it's builder, them, client. And then the builder's like, you're not the procuring cause.
Oh, sorry,
and
you're
all
not
of a
getting
sudden
paid.
you're like,
we're going to sit here for 4 hours and go through a contract. And you're like boiling and steaming. I mean, when, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is when people try to attack your pay or feel that you're not worthy of the amount that you've negotiated or whatever it is. It's just, I mean, I know how hard we all work, so it bothers me.
Maybe a thumbs up would be appropriate if you like Shana defending your commissions.
I will all day long.
That's 2 thumbs up?
Yeah.
Are you like
Done
a
it before.
politician? Because they kind of like grasp it more
They
in
do
here
this.
and they're like,
I don't know.
no new taxes. I think that's what they
Now
say.
there's what did they call it last night? The new word. Pollsters. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, now everybody's saying pollsters. Okay, we're digressing. Anyway, you want to go to the next topic?
I think we should. Let's
Okay.
wrap this up.
Are
Tell me
you
about Craig
guys?
Ranch.
Yes, I'm going to tell you about that because we all have buyers that are in a certain price point that we are struggling to find homes for, right? And we're going out and all over the place. And I want to bring up Craig Ranch in McKinney because in the past, it was very hard to compete in there if you had a buyer that was getting financed because for that price point, you had a lot of investors that were coming in and paying cash and it was just almost impossible to compete with that. So I have learned that Craig Ranch has now capped their rentals for the subdivision. So investors can't purchase in there. So this could be a good opportunity for you to bring your buyer back in there and have a chance at a property that would be in a reasonable price point.
Do you know the percentage?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, so chat in if you
I
happen
want
to
to
know
say
that percentage.
10%, but I don't know that for a fact. We need a fact check.
Okay. So if anyone knows, just please let us know. Chat in a number that you've heard. And so what that number is it's a percentage of rental units of the overall units in there.
Right.
And they're putting that in your HOA documents.
They're in the restrictions.
And the reason they did that is because they want to have the predominance of the residential properties that are single family residences, they want to be owned as primary residences, not people that are renting those properties.
Yeah,
in
it's
particular.
believed that if you have too many rentals, it diminishes the values in the overall subdivision. Now,
Yes.
this is also another kind of a hot topic and something that has been approached or been presented to Adam in the governmental affairs
Adam?
because if you're a homeowner, and here's what I've understood too. If you're an investor and you have a home in Craig Ranch and you've leased it for all these years and now you have a client a tenant that's moving out and you're going to go to relist it for lease, you can't. So it's not something that's grandfathered in, so it's super risky. If you have an investor buying in an area that has an HOA, you always want to verify and make sure that where they are in the process and relay this information to your client. If they know that, they move forward with the purchase, then you're fine, right? You've done your job and given them the proper disclosures and information. And then if they face this issue, then,
So if they can't lease it, right? Because I could understand a scenario in where all of a sudden it's at 10%, right?
Yeah.
And this lease falls out, and somebody else gets that spot, so to speak, before them, and now all of a sudden they go to release it, and they're like, no, we're over that number. Now that's definitely an issue.
Yeah.
So, like you're saying, it's not grandfathered, and there's potential issues there. So watch those numbers. Would you say it's relevant that if somebody happens to know other communities that are close to that, it would be helpful if they chatted that in so we could discuss it?
Yes, I
Any
know
relevant
Amy
numbers?
has an investor that buys all over, and she's pretty familiar with with those numbers, but they change all the time. So yeah, I would be very interested to hear. And the homeowners associations have different criteria. Maybe they do grandfather it in. It's not, one for all. It's determined by the particular homeowners association for that community. So just need to know.
Yeah, anyone that types in any of those numbers would definitely be super helpful. So we would kind of see them over a period of time,
Yeah.
and it kind of keeps a log of them. So maybe when you put it in there, it'll have the date on it, so it timestamps when you enter it. So this information will kind of like change over time.
Yep.
But the more you kind of help us out there and keep catalog of that,
Yeah,
that
it'd be
would
nice to have a
good.
document that we just update as we know.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Maybe that is something that the tech department could work on for you.
that'd be great.
All right. You ready?
Ready, Freddy.
All right.
Affordability is an issue where we live. And, these young first-time homebuyers who are so responsible and have saved this money and so eager to go buy a home, and they can't because they either get outbid by someone else or they can't find anything in their particular price point. So, we're always looking for a new area to send them. Recently, I've heard about Aubrey. I used to think Aubrey, when we go to my nieces and my sisters out in Sanger, we drive through there, and it used to seem like it was forever to get there. And when
No, it
someone,
still is.
Well, when someone would say Aubrey, you're like, what? But Aubrey actually is adjacent to Prosper, and you might think you're in Prosper, and some of it falls into Aubrey. So it's definitely worth checking out. And now, with all the construction on 380.
Is it fair to say that Aubrey is Prosper West? Is that about what it is? It's
west
to the west
of
of Prosper.
Yeah.
But it's not Prosper.
It's not Prosper.
Okay.
But it's an area, there's one area in particular called Sandbrock, and they, it's a new community, and you can get a really nice home in the 330 range. I mean, they go up, right, over 400 and go higher, but you can get a really nice home with a nice finish out in the 330 range. So I thought, man, you don't really hear much under 400 anymore, brand new. So if you have somebody looking in the, under 400 or in the 400 range, and you want something nice and new, then I would suggest going out to Aubrey and checking out Sandbrock. It's nice. Arrowbrook is right south of that, and we've sold in there. But Sandbrock is just a little north, and, nice homes. So take your buyers out there and get them a deal.
Very good. And maybe if you do that, I might suggest that you purchase your car, not lease it, because you're going to be way over on your miles if you do that, because it is way out there. Those are just my words, right? So anyways, give us a thumbs up if you think that Aubrey is in an area that you could actually live, or chat in if you think it's far too far away. It's a little bit outside my zone, but everyone wants something a little bit different. And for that price point, it's kind of nice. How big is that house going to be? Kind of describe it. So it's well appointed, you said.
Yeah, I think it's under 3,000 square feet, but not much. So,
1 story, 2 story?
I think this was a 1 story.
Reasonable size yard. It's not like 0 lot lines, right?
I don't know.
No, but they're not like 0 lots.
No, they're not 0 lots. I mean, all
Okay.
the lots are relatively small, but I think there's some nice amenities in the community as well. So
Okay. Well, that sounds really
for it.
nice. Do you know anything about the Aubrey schools?
I do not.
You do not. All right. Maybe
Keep them coming. I don't
What?
know. That's all I know.
No. I'm just trying to ask some general questions about it, right? So if anyone happens to know anything
And I
about
don't know
that,
if
chat
maybe
in at
that
Great
area
Schools Link.
goes to, I don't think that area feeds into Prosper, but I do feel like, it's Denton ISD, so. Yeah.
Okay. And we do have some comments that came in. So in regards to that, Kim is taking her family picture in Aubrey this Friday.
See? Who knew?
Very nice. Is it like, Kim, is it like in the blue bonnets, or are you going to be like propped up? How would she pose, Shana, for that blue bonnet picture?
I don't know, but speaking, we always digress. I saw Kim's daughter
Yeah?
on Facebook yesterday of her school picture, and it was so cute.
Very good, very good.
Anyway.
Let's wrap this topic. And do you want to go to the next one, or do you
Yep.
want to go to the summary?
Next one.
Next one. Very good. Mustang Lakes.
This is super exciting, you guys. So, not all the builders do this, but rumor has it that Coventry Homes will pay the PID, the Public Improvement District assessment that, you know, we all talk about when you're going out north and going into Little Elm and Prosper and going out north. These new communities seem to all have these PIDs or PUDs. And, you know, it's
Definition of a PID is?
a PID is a Public Improvement District.
Yes. There's all these different
PUD
ones.
is
MUDs.
a private utility district. There's MUDs, PUDs, SUDs.
I don't know all the
Duds.
definition. Yeah. I'm going to stay out of this. I don't want to ask any more questions.
Yeah. But anyway, in Mustang Lakes, it's a very nice community. And Coventry Homes is now, you know, offering an incentive to pay the PID on behalf of the buyer. And if the buyer were to pay this over the course of time, it would be $78,000.
To make.
Yeah, they pay it,
Okay.
you know. And as we know, when you sell your home, you know, that either transfers back over to the new buyer, or they ask you to pay it. So, you know, it's an expensive assessment. And, you know, with them paying that helps you when you go to sell it. You can say, hey, this is already paid. You don't have to worry about it. And I think that's huge. So, you know, I think it costs the builder, because they're in with the developer, around $35,000. So that's a $35,000 incentive.
You know,
to a
and
buyer.
it's different, right? So that actually makes, so if we talk about it, if one home is $300,000 and then you also have this PID attached to it,
Yeah.
that is really $35,000 at that moment, right? Then when you finance it, that has a real payment
Yeah.
associated with it, bringing it up to $78,000, right? So imagine one home is $300 with a PID, the competing home is $330, $350. It becomes in this weird spot. Now all of a sudden it's $330 or $350, but there's no PID. So is it worth more? And how do you do that? And how do the appraisers handle it? And I mean, there's a bunch of questions.
That would be interesting to know
surround
how
this.
that works into the.
The appraised value?
Yeah, I don't
Because
know
honestly,
that it
if
offers
it's-
any type of. I mean, I don't know. I would say as a buyer, when you're going in and something like that is paid, it helps. And then when you go to sell it, you know, you can advertise that and promote it. And I think that's huge right now, because it's kind of a, you know, a common
No,
fact about
it's
these
a
areas
very,
that-
very big deal.
Yeah, it is.
So chat in the most expensive PID, MUD, any special assessment that you've had, and let us know in the comments, any of them that you're running into, right, that we should kind of be aware of. But this is an amazing one that you're bringing up, Mustang Lakes. Thank
Yeah.
you for doing it right.
Yes,
in my
and
opinion.
let me tell you, Coventry Homes, so there is a sales agent at Coventry Homes in Mustang Lakes, and her name is Sandy Freimeyer. And I know Linda knows her and Susan knows her, but I met Sandy years and years ago when she worked for Grand, and I love her. Like, she is the sweetest and most helpful person. And those are the relationships that you want to build, because, you know, she's gone to a couple of different builders, and, you know, she is truly honest and will fight for you and help you. And, you know, I love that. So Sandy Freimeyer, if you go out to Coventry, ask for her, and you won't be disappointed.
So am I correct? I'm thinking like the Wayback Machine. I recognize that name. Was there something that we had a special request of the builder, and
Yeah.
and Sandy really went to bat?
Did you like
and there
that
was
laugh?
something that came up. Yeah.
We've sold a lot of grand homes in our day, right?
Okay, sure.
But fast forward a few years after we had like a grand home boom,
Yes.
we had another client that went in there and they offered to pay a bonus.
Okay.
And actually, it wasn't a bonus. They were going to pay, Grand was known for paying their commission on the base price.
Okay.
This client put in over $100,000 into their home
Okay.
and paid for it up front. So when they did that, I said, we've been working really hard. I mean, we worked really hard on this.
Okay.
Sandy and I, and there was another agent as well. I asked if we could maybe not, if there's any way that they would pay the commission on even half, right?
Okay.
Of the updates. So base price plus half, so an extra 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't normally do that. I said, okay. And I kind of pushed a little bit. I'm like, I don't understand this. And I talked to Sandy and they came back, the manager, the sales manager came back and said, you know what? We're going to do that, Shana. We're going to do that. You've sold a lot of homes and grand homes in the past, and we saw that, we see that, and sure, we're going to do that. Got an email. I said, could you just put it in writing? Yep.
Great
Sent
idea.
me an email with it. And then we worked through the contract. It wasn't in the contract. I said, can we just put that in the contract?
Even better idea.
They put it in the contract, but they didn't put an exact number in there. There was something that was missing. But I thought, I've got this email, and they kind of vaguely put it in this addendum. So I'm good. Well, fast forward to closing, I'm like, oh, I see the settlement statement and it's not on there. It's based on, and they're like, oh yeah, well, our manager, changed hands and he said no. I said, well, that's not really cool. And so we fought through it, and Sandy was a huge part of that and helped out and fought for us against her own, her boss. And we ended up, we had them actually come over here and had a sit down, and it all
I
worked
normally
out.
get called in on those situations, don't I?
We did, and you called in the VPs of Grand, and we met with them, and it all worked out, and they paid it. It was after closing, but they ended up paying it. So that's, in a nutshell, why these relationships are important and why you should have everything in writing.
And how about a thumbs up if you like Mike and Shauna both sticking up for your commissions as an agent?
I will.
Yeah,
We will.
every single
Yes.
time. Now, please do your part and get it in writing, and please ask the
Yes.
questions in advance. And please, right, like all those things are super important, but we want to be your advocates, and we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing for you and that you're getting properly compensated for your time, energy, and efforts.
We get paid after the
expertise.
fact. We don't get anything up front. So, there's a lot of work and blood, sweat, and tears that go into it prior. And you want to make sure that you get what you're due at the end.
Write in the comments section the most expensive amount of upgrades, total upgrades that you have sold as an agent.
Well, that one was mine.
That was yours?
Actually, I think it was over 100. I'm going to have to take a look.
All right, over 100 in upgrades beyond, right? And is that including things like adding an extra room or something like that, or is that no? Okay, so that's like a modification that's a little bit different. So these are just upgrades. That house must have been impressive, and it probably
Well,
didn't
they
appraise.
did reach out recently that they might be looking to sell. So I was like, and we had a real struggle with the appraisal. But anyway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys. Are you cool with closing that topic?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Ooh.
Let's hit the summary. I call it summary, you call it wrap up.
Wrap. That's a wrap.
All right, so that's
I
a
like a
wrap.
wrap.
We hit a bunch of things with new home builders today. Shauna, you were simply amazing. You're so knowledgeable, and you're truly looking out for all of us and making sure that we stay up to date on each of these different items.
Yep.
And that we know what happens when we bring our clients out. That's super important. And that was really good info.
Thanks.
No problem.
Sharing is important.
No, it
right?
really is. And you're truly informed and plugged in. And probably the big part of that, right, is you are an active broker. Right? So tell me a little bit about that, because that makes a difference. And I hear you speak on that.
Well, most brokers don't engage in transactions and they're not active like Mike said, like you said, but we are active. So we're out there, you know, we do a lot of referrals of past clients. That's pretty much what we do, and it keeps us fresh and engaged in the communities and what's going on out there and things that we're facing. And we also are very connected with our agents. So we know, you know, when they have a situation that comes up, we want to address it and share it. So we can, you know, we can be the best we can be out there, and we're ahead of the curve, and we know about challenges, you know, before they
Yeah, if not,
us.
it's really weird that you fall behind so quickly and things change and you're not really connected. So it's super nice when people can call you up and say like, hey, do you know a community that? Do you know something about this? Or could you tell me where I could find? And then they ask questions, right? So like if you need something, just like ask Shana.
Well, if we don't know, we'll find the answer. You know, we don't always know every community or everything that's going on. Nobody can know that. But, you know, with all of us collaborating and sharing, and my broker groups that I belong to and so forth, you know, it's really good to you know.
No, you have resources and you utilize them. And that happens with me all the time. I ask you questions, and sometimes, you know, like most of the time you just flat out know it. And then if not, you do have a resource to get it with somebody else that's the same equivalent caliber as you.
The legal hotline and I are friends.
Well, that's a totally different thing, but that's amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes us for today on Thursday, 11/5.
Yep.
Let's get out of here. That was 2, 3. That was a lot.
It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up. Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. I know this'll be